Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing well. It's winter time. Can't believe it's almost the end of 2024. The year's gone by way too fast. I'm sure all of you probably feel the same way. Here in Bend, Oregon, it is officially winter. We woke up today to a couple inches of snow. And so, what a better time to talk about Hydrogard and how that impacts snow and ice and all kinds of moisture on vehicles. So, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Shiloh Spoo here with Glassweld. Look forward to having you guys join us, and please give your comments. Let us know where you're from, where you're joining us from. Would love to hear some of your questions in real time, and I'll do my best to try to answer those. Today's topic is we're going to focus on this new product from Glasswell that we call Hydrogard. You probably heard about it. It's a great product. It's a hydrophobic coating. It's a coating that applies to the glass that keeps the glass more clean, that protects it from abrasions and from pitting and things of that nature. And it lasts for about a year, even on a windshield. Actually, this car has had it on since last October, so about 14 months. And it's still going strong on the half of the windshield that we applied it to more than a year ago. So in this video today, again, let us know you're joining us. Tell us where you're from. Feel free to ask questions. I will do my best to answer them in real time as I can. Some of the things we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about Hydrogard. We're going to talk about what it is and what makes it unique. We're going to talk about who can benefit from it, how to sell it. We're going to show you the contents and the usage on it. We're going to talk to you about what you can charge and how you can sell the service to your existing customers without trying to add new customers. We're going to talk about what temperatures it can be used at, hot, cold. I know we've had a lot of questions around that. We've also had a lot of questions about how it will impact repairs, right? If you've done a repair or the glass breaks in the future, like how that all relates to coating, we'll talk about that. And then I'm going to actually demonstrate for you in real time, if you hang on with me, at the actual application process, so you can ask questions and see it in real life. We'll do just do half of this windshield so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. And yeah, so ask your questions away. Look forward to hearing everybody's questions, and we'll jump into it here in just a minute. Fernando, ¿cómo estás? Nice to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. All right, so we're going to jump on into it. So we're going to talk about Hydrogard and what it is. Hydrogard is an advanced glass protection product that we've been working on for the last couple of years. It's designed to repel water, dirt, ice, snow, all that kind of stuff that you would run into. And so it's a great product to use as an upsell product for your existing customers. It outperforms the other products on the market significantly, especially in its durability. Many of you have probably used different hydrophobic coatings or maybe ceramic coatings on glass in the past. And the truth is, a lot of them work okay. The ceramic coatings tend to not be super slick, and they tend to wear out pretty quickly, especially on the windshield because of the abrasion. Some of the other coatings out there have a really slick, nice hydrophobicity to them, but it drops way off after just like a couple of months of usage. So in the testing we did, what was really stood out to us about Hydrogard is its durability, how long it lasts. So you're not going to notice quite the same level of like slickness compared to some of the short duration products, but it's almost there, like 90%, but it's going to stay that way for months, 8, 9, 10 months before it starts to gradually taper off. So that's really what makes Hydrogard unique for your customers. It's also just super easy to apply. If you've used other products before that kind of like haze over or are really difficult to get off, you'll find that Hydrogard is a lot easier to apply than other stuff out there. In tropical climates, in hot climates, it's great for like just sheeting off those tropical storms, where you get a lot of water all at once. Man, it's incredible what Hydrogard will do in those situations. The water just basically slides right off compared to an untreated surface. And again, it will last for up to a year on a windshield and up to 3 years on the side glass and glass surfaces that don't have that constant abrasion of the wipers. Where it really excels for those of us who are now entering into wintertime in the Northeast and the Northwest, in Canada, in the Baltic states, in any of the places around the world that are cold, Argentina, Chile. Well, actually, they're the opposite right now. I get that mixed up. We know with ice and snow, all of us know like it's a pain in the rear end to get ice and snow off of your vehicle in the morning. Well, with Hydrogard on the surface, it's like 80% easier. It's dramatically easier. We have a local ski hill here in Bend. And when I go up skiing and I come back, it's like I watch everybody struggling, and I just take my little scraper and it goes whoop, and just slides right off. So that's a big deal if you live in cold climates. So that's just a little bit about the Hydrogard product and what makes it unique. Now let's talk about how to use it. Again, we already kind of talked about the fact that it's more durable. Doesn't really require any special training. I could show anybody to use this in a couple of minutes and how to do it. It's really, really simple. It won't cause your wipers to chatter or smear. It's a one-step process. You don't have to do reapplications every 6 months or anything like that. You can just reapply it once a year if you want to. One coat will last about a year. So think about it from this perspective too, kind of thinking about from a sales standpoint too. If you work on customers' vehicles, whether you're an auto detailer or an auto glass installation or repair technician, if you can offer a 1-year warranty on it and tell people, hey, like, if you want to come back to me a year later, I can offer another application at a discount or maybe even free of charge. Those kinds of things are great from a business because they're service oriented, but also anytime you can get your customers to come back to you, you have an opportunity to sell them other services. Maybe they've got another rock chip in the window, maybe they've got another vehicle. So it's a way to kind of keep yourself attached to your customers as well. Saludos. Hola, Juan. So that's a little bit about the durability and why it's unique. As far as who can benefit, I would say, anybody who works on cars has an opportunity to upsell. Let's talk about like the core glass world customer base who are, largely auto glass technicians and auto glass installers and repair technicians. I can tell you this, if you are installing windshields and you are not providing a service like Hydrogard, man, you are really missing the revenue boat because it's such an easy service to apply, especially to a brand new windshield that you can just kind of wipe it on and before you put the windshield in or immediately after you put the windshield in. And you can upsell that service for $75 to $125 on top of your ticket and turn an insurance claim into an additional cash job as well. A big percentage of your customers will probably say yes to a service like that, especially if you can explain the benefits to them, the hydrophobicity, the ability to keep snow and ice to sheet off, the ability to resist abrasion and potential other pitting on the glass and the surface as well. So all of that is stuff that you can talk about with your customers, and a reason why auto glass installers in particular, I mean, this is a no-brainer for you if you're doing that. If you're a repair technician or you're a glass repair technician, where it comes in handy is like at the end of the repair process, it's an easy upsell. You finish the repair, say, hey, I know this, I can add a coating here that will provide all these benefits and last about a year. It's an extra $75. How does that sound? And the odds are most people will go for that. So another way to add, we all spend a lot of time and effort acquiring customers, right? It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of money, resources to acquire customers. So when you have your customers, when you captured your customer, what better way to add value than to add a valuable service like this with a product that really works and that's really like has tangible benefits to the customer. Now, if you're a detailer or you're a window tinter, again, like you guys are looking at the glass already. Many of you guys are doing ceramic coatings already. What I will tell you is this: test Hydrogard versus ceramic coating. We did this. It's not even close. Many of the ceramic coatings out there are great on the paint, but when it comes to durability on the glass, it's pretty minimal. They drop off significantly after 3 months, 6 months. They're basically gone. And I've tested probably the best ceramic coatings on the market on windshields. The Hydrogard will significantly outlast those. And it's super easy to apply. In fact, probably easier to apply than the ceramic coating. So, if you're doing ceramic coatings or even full ceramic coats to vehicles where you do the glass as well, consider doing Hydrogard as a secondary process instead of just ceramic coating everything. Your customers will be happier, it will last longer, and it won't cost you more. In fact, it'll probably cost you less to do this than to use a ceramic coating on the glass. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, you're an audio enthusiast, maybe you bought our ProClean product and you like to do stuff on your car. Anyone can do this. At my house, we've done it on every shower door in our house. I've considered putting it on some of the windows where the sprinklers hit on my house as well. So it's a really easy thing to apply almost anywhere. Let's talk about what's included now in the Hydrogard kit. I have the the pack set out here, all the contents, plus one other additional thing. But the main thing, you'll see it comes in a nice aluminum bag like this, and that's just to kind of keep everything tidy. The bottle of Hydrogard is about this big. It's 30 mils. I can figure where the camera is there. Okay, so this little bottle will do about 2 to 3 windshields. Windshields this size, 3. If they're bigger, maybe 2. So this one little bottle goes a long ways. And it's packaged in this nice little size. So that makes it nice and handy so it doesn't go bad. It has a better shelf life that way as well. Now, each kit also comes with 2 of these applicators. These applicators are amazing. I love these things. And the reason is, I'm trying to show you. I know it's hard to see on the screen here, but look at this. You got dense foam, thin foam, and then a microfiber glued on top. So they're perfect for this type of application because what they do is they hold the material, but without using excess material. It just holds it right at the surface. And then the microfiber almost self-buffs as you go. So it just keeps you from using excess material. And it basically leaves you with a pretty well buffed finish before you even use the microfiber. So you've got everything you need in a kit to do 2 to 3 windshields. Or if you want to do a full car, like if you're doing a ceramic coating, one bottle will do a full car. Like moonroof, this has a moonroof on it, all the backlights and everything on a big SUV. So that kind of gives you an idea of, and then it also includes these beautiful microfiber cloths that we like to joke around here at Glasswell, that we breed a couple of like Himalayan sheeps in the backyard here to make these things out of. They're incredibly soft and they work amazing for taking for that final buff off. Plus you can use them for other stuff too. Most of our customers keep these, wash them, use them for your windshield repair process, use them for whatever you want. They're awesome, really high quality microfiber towels that are designed actually specifically for this purpose. There's a specific blend of material that we do need, actually, believe it or not, to get a good quick buff off. So that's what's included in the kit. I like to have a little piece of 4/0 steel wool too. I got to say a quick hello to my old buddy, Sean Burnett. Good to see you, man. Or good to see your name anyways in your comments. Yeah, so the 4/0 steel wool is a great material to have in your toolkit. If you're doing windshield repairs, this is super handy because this is how you can remove hydrophobic coatings before you do a repair, really simply and really easily. And if you're doing Hydrogard, can't even say the right word here, Hydrogard application to the windshield, 4/0 steel wool and glass cleaner is the best way to clean the glass quickly, especially if it's an older vehicle that needs a little bit of, it's got a little bit of debris on it. It's a quick way to clean the glass and get it ready for the Hydrogard application. So I like to always have a 4/0 steel wool with me. All right, let's talk about the cost and the ROI. So these are sold in 1 packs, 4 packs, 10 packs, and 30 packs. So again, each pack will do 2 to 3 vehicles or 2 to 3 windshields. So you get discounts depending on the number of them that you purchase. If you buy just one, they retail in the US market at $24.95. So $24.95, again, that'll do about 2 to 3 windshields. So roughly about $8 to $10 per car is kind of an average as far as your cost on application. If you buy them in bigger packs, that cost goes down significantly. So that kind of gives you an idea. And then you can sell the service for, again, $75 to $125 for a windshield, probably more for like a whole vehicle. Or if you're doing a full ceramic coat, then you could just build that into your bundled package. A lot of our customers bundle it in with a rock chip where it's like, hey, the customer's already there, they're getting a rock chip. Maybe you give them a slight discount if they bundle multiple services. Same with auto glass replacement. Again, those you guys that are doing auto glass replacement, I'm telling you, this is the easiest additional add-on you could probably do in anything that you could think of, because it's with a brand new windshield. It's put it on a scissor stand, it's wipe it on, it's buff it off, it's put it in the windshield. And in 2 to 3 minutes of an application, you can add $75 to $100, $125 to your invoice value. And in the case of insurance, you can collect up front. I know I already said that, but clearly I believe that's a big deal. And a lot of our customers are doing exactly that, and they're doing well with it. And I know some of you guys out there are doing that with other products that don't last very long, or that are difficult to apply. Some of the products out there that are really well known in the auto glass industry are a pain in the rear end to remove once they're on as well. So Hydrogard is just a lot more user-friendly and a lot more durable. Another common question that one last thing too. If you're ordering resin or other supplies or whatever, you can just throw a pack of Hydrogard in and try it out You know, try it on your own vehicles, try it on your wife's vehicle, your spouse's vehicle, your friend's vehicle, and get a sense as to how easy it is to apply and how well it works. A common question is, in what temperatures can you apply it? What are the limitations there? It's going to be very similar to like windshield repair. You like in windshield repair, you don't want to do windshield repairs on a 20-degree windshield. It's pretty difficult. You can do it, but it's hard. And on a windshield that's 120 degrees. So stay away from the extremes if you can. But I will say this, you can apply this in, you know, about freezing temperatures. In fact, just this morning, we did a vehicle. It was snowing this morning, and it went on just fine. You do have to do a little bit of extra buffing, but we're talking about like an extra 10 seconds of extra 30 seconds of buffing per section to make sure you get all the material off. And you have to do maybe a little smaller sections as you go. But it's also really easy to work around on a really cold day like today, where it's, you know, below freezing outside, just like you would with a repair. You know, if you put the defrost on or just the vehicle's heater on for 3 or 4 minutes, the temperature of the glass gets up to 45, 50, and then it's a breeze to put it on. So that makes it a lot easier. Okay, so that's about temperature. On the extreme end of heat, the main issue there is direct sunlight. So if you want to get it, your best bet is on a hot day, just get it out of the sunlight. One of the reasons why we opted to do this sort of application process is because it's a lot more friendly for hot weather. Because by putting the application into the pad instead of directly on the glass with a spray or something, we get a lot better delivery to the glass, and the material doesn't overheat too quickly, which could cause the alcohol to flash off that's in the material. So in other words, you can do it on hot glass, 80, 90 degrees, no problem. Just avoid anything above that, and same kind of rules as you would on a repair. You know, bring the temperature down of the glass before you do the repair, ideally. Okay, so let's see. We talked about all of that. Obviously, we want the windshield to be clean and dry. We mentioned that. As far as prep process, we already mentioned this, but 4/0 steel wool glass cleaner, that's our friend for like a windshield like this that maybe had, you know, it just had some debris on it or whatever. It's maybe 3 to 5 years old. That's more than sufficient. If the windshield's really, really old and really grimy, we really recommend using our Pro Clean product, which is a water spot removal, and just hit that on the whole windshield for a couple of minutes, and that'll remove all that junk, and then it will go on a lot better. You can apply it over the debris, but the life is going to drop way off. So if you really want to get a significant, you know, full year out of it, use that Pro Clean product on really junky, you know, not junky, but dirty old windshields that need some TLC. Give it that TLC with Pro Clean first. But in a normal situation like this, all we did before we turned on the camera here is we just wiped this with glass cleaner. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply it to this windshield just to show you the process and make sure you guys kind of know how to use it. It's really, really simple. So once we've cleaned the glass, I'm actually just going to kind of open the door here. It's a little easier sometimes just stepping into the wheel well of the vehicle. So if I stand up here, as you can see, this is my Hydrogard bottle. We got our little applicator here, and we're just going to take the Hydrogard bottle and we're going to pour it onto the applicator. And I'll try to hold it over here so you can see how much. Just kind of want to like see a big drip down the middle, a decent amount, but you don't need a ton. And then we're going to take like a section like this big. And if you can probably see the material going on there, and I can go about that big, and then I'm going to go cross hatch it. And I'm putting a little bit of pressure, and then kind of come back again. And I'm just going to do half of this windshield because the other half was already done. Okay. And then kind of one more time. And what that's kind of doing is it's kind of buffing itself off as we go. So by the time I do that 3 or 4 times, and you can do this in smaller sections if the glass is real cold or real hot, but this glass is at a nice moderate temperature. In our training video, we show doing it in smaller sections, but really you can do it in pretty big sections. 2 to 3 feet square at a time. So then we'll kind of overlap here, kind of go out like this, apply it, again, with a little bit of pressure, just real nice and even, all the way down. And when the temperature is right, you know, you can see that material. I'm going to pull these wiper blades up so I can get to the very bottom here. And then cross hatch, straight up and down. You know, try not to make sure we don't miss any sections. Just like so. And then, you know, I like to kind of, after I've gone over it nice and slow, then on the second pass, I kind of go over a little more quickly. And it kind of buffs it off. just sort of naturally. Okay, so that's about half the windshield. We could clean the wiper blades while we're here too. That would be a great way to kind of like help reduce some of the abrasion. To get the maximum life, which I didn't do in this particular vehicle that lasted over a year, we recommend that you replace the wiper blades if you can. So if you're an auto glass replacement technician, again, there's a service that goes perfectly together. You know, Hydrogard combined with wipers, then you add even more to your ticket and sell a valuable service to your customer. So now we take our microfiber cloth and then we just buff it and we just kind of give it a little elbow grease. Just buff it like so. And so we don't see any haze on the glass anymore. Sometimes there's haze on the inside of the glass, so you got to kind of be mindful of that. And that's it. And that's it. And I've got plenty of material here to finish the other half of the windshield. If I shake this, I've probably only used about that much of it, if that. So it works really efficiently as well. So that's the whole process. Now, once we put it on, the best way to do it to get the best durability is to let it sit for about 8 hours before you start running the wiper blades or taking it through a car wash or driving it in the rain, ideally. We have tested it where we haven't had that luxury and the durability is impacted slightly, but you're still going to get significantly more than the other products out there on the market that we've tested. So, but just ideally, it would be best if you can encourage the customer to, keep it out of the rain or keep it out of the direct snow, or not drive it through a car wash in that first 8 hours. I think that's the whole process. Let me just look here. Yeah, I'm just going to look at the questions and see if there's anything that I can jump in on. Yeah, so yes, and somebody asked a question in Spanish. I'll just answer it real quickly. Sí, tenemos que aplicar con un poco de presión en ambas direcciones, pasando una zona de 2 a 3 pies cuadrado y pasando 2 o 3 veces así, seguido, arriba y abajo, y luego al final más rápido en la misma dirección. So we're just explaining there the basics of the application process. It is with a little bit of pressure. So a little bit of pressure downward helps to kind of squeeze the material out and create that buffing action. Let me see if there's any other questions here. Otherwise, follow our social media, stay in the loop on all things Glasswell. We have some other exciting stuff coming in the next few months. We're always working on new stuff. And I would love to hear your comments and your feedback about Hydrogard. Would love to hear your questions about it. If you're doing auto glass repair, if you're doing windshield replacement, if you're doing auto detailing, if you're a window tinter, you should be using Hydrogard. It's a super easy upsell. It's a super easy way to make more money in a very small amount of time and provide a really valuable service to your customers that they'll really see the impact of, especially during these winter months that are coming up ahead. I think that's about all I got today. Thank you so much for everybody for joining us. Appreciate all the questions, all the comments, and look forward to seeing you guys next time.